Good evening, everyone. Hi, I'm Beena Jayakrishnan, the money coach for children at Women on Wealth. So, welcoming you back today to yet another discussion we are going to have with the parents, right? And the topic for today is how early is too early to teach children about money. The truth is that it is never too early to teach children about money. Really, is it? Whenever we think about children, we think that there's joy in the fact that they are spontaneous and happy-go-lucky, and they live life in the moment. They are unfettered by adult problems. We don't want them to grow up early, right? So we think that why should they be learning about money so early? Why do we teach them about money so early? In a way, it is correct. We don't need to teach them so early. But you can actually start teaching them about money right from when they start learning to count. Right? Most adults believe that children, parents are the biggest influence on their money behavior. If you will ask, I have been speaking to many of our women on Women on Wealth, right, who have been asking about our courses. And from them, what we figured out is that when we ask them, what is your this, like when you've seen this, when you have taken our courses, or when you have learned, what do you learn? What have you learned about money? Who is your biggest influence? And they say, whatever we learned, like no one has taught us at school. What we have learned is from either from our parents, my mother, father, or maybe some adult in the family. So the biggest influence on their money behavior is their parents, and most adults believe that, right? So when should we start trying to instill good habits? It will be naturally as early as possible. And experts have said that children as young, by the age of 3, they already figure out the how to save and spend. They already figure that out. And by the age of 7, they are how to handle finances is shaped already. So then don't you think we have to take advantage of that to teach them early? It makes sense, right, to teach them early about how to manage their finances. By teaching about money, we might prevent, what would happen is we might prevent financial imprudence at a later stage in life. Not that children are bad with money. In fact, tell me, where do children get to handle money? I don't think we give them that, because we are in the children are too young, so we don't even let them handle money. And so they are not getting it independent control of be able to control it independently. But as parents, we can teach them the basic approaches and skills which are modeled and discussed and demonstrated, by us parents. And they can be influential levers to them, right? We can instill efficient habits and practices. Now, parents need not be worried. I know why most of us parents are like, we have got to not underestimate our own good and bad money habits. We've got to be fully aware of that, whether be aware of our own good and bad money habits. But yeah, it is a task, right? And I think mostly it comes from the fact that, according to a survey, a vast majority of parents, like more than 83% of them, they recognize the value of teaching their children about money. But their concern does not always carry through to practice, like even with all the good intentions of teaching them, but they can't follow through or carry through that. Why? Because they are not sure, whether they are doing the right thing, or, it's it is going the right way. They are scared because we have never done it. They have not done it, right? As parents, where did we have? We just went by and kept on doing things which are okay. So, however, this concern does not always carry through because 1 in 6 of the parents or people who were surveyed do not feel confident enough to do it. Because they think, are we going to teach them the correct thing or no? And more than 1 in every 4 parents think children should take responsibility of understanding money themselves. Let them do it themselves. So what they found out from the survey is that 1, they are not, able to follow through on their practice, like of teaching the children money, or 2, that they are not confident about it, or the third one, which is let the children learn on their own, make their own mistakes. But it is critical, right? Because children are highly influenced by the parents. Then we are missing out on the opportunity because children watch us, and this I can't reiterate enough, that how much children watch us. So it is not to, what do you say, nothing to be ashamed of, that if we don't know something and we learn and upskill in that, because this is something which is not taught to us, right? So we can actually learn and upskill on that. Parents who choose to help their children learn how to plan ahead, they reflect on the past, and they can self-regulate and can make a huge difference in promoting good behavior in the future. And I'm sure most of you will agree with me, because some of the things that your parents have taught you, right? They were the biggest influence, right? Some of them would have been good planners. Some of them would have been very frugal. And if you just picked on those few things, some of them would have been good at saving. Some of them would have been good at allocating funds or budgeting, making spending plans. And these were the things maybe that you picked it up. So parents are the biggest influence on our money behaviors. And so we can actually take that, and that can help them in their future. I can tell you about my son. He would keep watching how my husband would, at the start of the month, he would look at the various payments that need to be made. So from the 1st to the 5th is allocated for making sure that all the payments are done, whichever due, whether it is the electricity bill, the credit card bills, or the, any, like the school bills and things like that were there, that needed to be paid, was all paid, and made sure that, then we were left with, okay, so we have this much money left, and this is what we have to allocate and, spend for the whole month. Now what I see, that influence is there on my son. Like, he makes sure that from the 1st to the 5th, he makes all their payments. At least that one thing, he has picked it up from him. But yes, we can spearhead and, so I urge parents, not to underestimate their own good and bad money habits, because some things could be there which we can use to influence them. In fact, just talking to them and discussing about why you're taking such decisions, what are you basing things on, like why are you saving, why are you making your travel plans for the travel that you are planning ahead, you are making certain savings, like, okay, you bought something or you didn't buy something, so that money which is there, you're going to put it as savings for the travel plan that you're having, right? Parents can also, because when they teach them when very young, they can teach them to delay their gratification or postponement of wants. So delayed gratification and postponement of wants, if that is done, it will actually get them to be self-disciplined. See, the end goal is not to teach, your kids about money. That is the most important thing. But that it is important to reach your goals. It is important to support your values. It can buy experiences and education, and can also support meaningful businesses. I remember one of my ladies I spoke to was saying, I don't want my children, see, I am working, and the children are seeing me as a 9 to 5 job person, and I'm stuck with that. Even if I want to, I'm a single mom, and even if I want to go and start my own business, I do not have the confidence to do that. But if at the same time, if the father was there and the father was having his own business or things like that, the children would have automatically started to go into a business, right? But here now, I think I think and I feel my children don't have any option, and they will go back. They will also follow me into a job, whereas I want big things for them. So what she was talking was about the attitude and mindset that she could have built, but she doesn't have the courage right now to take it. And what I want to say to you parents is, as mothers, we are the highest in influencing the children, and we can upskill and learn whatever we, all the knowledge gap that is there about finances. Finance is a system, a step-by-step system which can be learned, and it doesn't mean that you have to be very good with numbers. It can be easily learned. And we at Women on Wealth have courses designed so that anyone can take charge of their finances for themselves. And in this step of taking charge of your finances, you are not only building yourself up, building your future up, you're also building your children up, because children are learning from you. The more you know, right, where your money is going, the better equipped you'll be to put it where it matters most. And I think learning and upskilling on all matters related to money, right, would have you be in a very confident place. Inside of this, I would want to let you know, that we in Women on Wealth, we at Women on Wealth are also having courses for the kids from the age group of 8 to 14 years. And we are having children coming in and learning about the basics of finance. It's just the basic things, as in what is money, how is it to use, it's a tool, the different, how to distinguish between a need and a want, and the various, how to create a spending plan, the operations of how a bank works, and the power of compounding. We also have helped them create their vision and goals such that they can, budget and make sure that they can reach their goals. We also support the parents to, have meaningful conversations and support their children in their financial journey. So if you want to find out, please, WhatsApp kids to this number 98185400023. WhatsApp kids if you want to know more about the kids program, and also follow us on Women on Wealth Facebook page. We also have free sessions on Sunday mornings from 11 to 12:30, where we have the introduction sessions for the Women on Wealth Money Gym program, the Financial Success Blueprint. So yeah, that's it for me right now, and see you next week with a fresh new topic, and let's discuss more. Okay, thank you. Bye.